My name is Juan Gutierrez and I would like to talk to you about immigration. So, first of all, I would like to talk to you about how policies through history about immigration have been changing. So, I want to talk to you first how how difficult it is for an immigrant to cross the border and how it changes when they reach the country. So an illegal immigrant has to jump walls or has to run away from police. But then when they are inside the country, they can easily get citizenship. So I would like to tell you why this happens and how it has been changing through history. So the first reform I want to mention, or policy I want to mention, is the immigration reform of 1986. So this reform was to make illegal any hiring or recruitment of illegal immigrants. So was that was a problem at that time because that was the first reform against immigrants, for the reason that it was barely after the Civil War. So this made a lot of people go away of the United States, and this was the beginning of the policies about immigration that we are we are not solving until now. Another reform I can mention is the Comprehensive Reform Act of 2006, which is the one that gave the immigrants the right to get a citizenship depending on the time they had here at the US and their activities. So what can I mention about? So what Barack Obama basically did was changing the immigrant system, doing as six main goals he established. The six main goals were interior enforcement, such as preventing visa overstays and preventing people from working without a permission, creating a committee to adapt the immigrants to the United States, and a program to provide a path to legal immigrants to get a citizenship. Well, Barack Obama was one of the presidents who did more about immigration, and he focuses on help immigrants and also help the American citizens. However, I would like to introduce Donald Trump policies. Basically, Donald Trump's thinking about immigration is to be pro-worker, pro-American, and pro-immigrant. So he says that the amount of work you do is how much you deserve to be an American citizen. He believes people should be American if they come here to work. However, he doesn't want people who can be considered a public charge for the country. So I mentioned this just to focus on how during the 19th century Americans encouraged freely and open immigration. However, after the Civil War, they declared a regulation of immigration. For this reason, they created the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, the Alien Contract Labor, and the laws of 1885 and 1887 that prohibited certain laborers from coming to the United States to work. This, as you can see, this has been changing depending on the economic situation of the country and depending. Okay, so what I'm gonna what I'm going to describe now is how complex is the U.S. immigration law, since it has two basic principles, which is the reunification of families and the admitting immigrants for their skills that can be helpful for our economy. The other example is the protection of the American citizens, which is this is why the immigration is so important for the country, since as you can see, it depends very much on how are we how our economy is, how are we doing in social matters, it also depends on the thoughts of our president, and it depends on many things. So immigration, it's a very important thing that it's been changing like throughout our history as a country. And I would like to end this topic telling you how I would like to conclude this topic telling you my conclusion, which is that people that comes all the way through the United States, it's a fact that they come not good just they want. They have been harassed or violated in their countries, and they're just looking for asylum. The United States is the country that hosts more people than any other country. So laws have been changing a lot through history about this. However, we're still the country with more different cultures of all the world. So as I said before, there's a long way until we can fix the system of immigration as we all liked it. So that's it for my part. Thank you for listening and for watching.